I'd like to welcome you again to the second video. As we stated before, rather than using the ID here, I can go and create something in here. And I say on the button itself, we use the on a click, and we use something that's called calculate, for instance, or call it any name you want. Calculate. The tip, whatever. Just leave it as it is here. Just calculate. So in that case, it means we need a method called calculate. So if I take this name here, I can go to my main activity here. Obviously, we're not gonna need any of these anymore. There you go. So obviously, that's gonna give us an error here. So up to here it is, and obviously because we removed the ID for the calculate button, so we don't need that anymore. And don't forget, we've got on a click, we have to get something is called calculate, which is, it means we're gonna go and check on the method is called calculate. Now, where would I with that? Remember, this one is for the method itself here. Well, this one is for the class. So what do? I put this one's here. So I can go and say public void. And the on a click method I use is called calculate. Here it is. And that takes the view object. So I can say view, for instance. Here it is. And obviously that's what I do. And obviously the same things what we've done before. It is. So I can take all of that, what we did this here, and just I can take it from here and I can just put it here. So obviously I can remove all that. It's not required anymore because I'm not using the ID at all. Here it is. And obviously that's what we're gonna do. Now let's try and see how that's gonna how the system is gonna work. So obviously I can go to the emulator, see if the emulator is there. I can start the emulator here, and I can start. First of all, I prefer to go wipe data. Okay, make it smaller so I can start my emulator here. So you can tell the emulator started here. Minimize that, give you an idea. So that's started. As soon this starts, what you're gonna do, you're gonna run the applications, and obviously look what's gonna happen. In the text main, and it is on the button we say on a click, I have to go something called calculate. That calculate is a method. It is public void calculate view the so on. So I'll run the applications and see. And that's actually, I should do it for us. So there, if you notice, wait for it. The application is running here, obviously. So it's extremely important how you write methods actually on the action listener on the button. Either put an ID and you put an action listener, or you put on a click and give it a name. That name on the on click is a method, has to be part of the class. So look at this one here, and I'm gonna say, okay, so I say 250, and this one for instance 5%, and obviously I say calculate does it for me. So you can do it either way. Just a quick recap. Either you do it on and here, either you go minimize this here, either you go and say put an ID, and the ID here obviously is going to be set on a click on it, or we can go and say on a click, and this name you put here, it has to be a method inside main. So the calculate here is one is done it here. Okay, and that's actually just briefly explain the second way I can put an action listener, or I make how the buttons behave. Thank you so much for this video, and for the third video is we're going to remove this buttons here. So when we put the values here, we're going to see automatically the calculations happen. So we're going to put create an inner class, explain to you that's how it's going to be done, right? And this is one of the methods, best method we can do. Thank you so much. Should you have any issues or any queries, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much. Wish you best of luck. Thank you.